G'day, Trooper Cody and Steve, and this light horse video is to tell you about Cossacks in the Sinai. Did you know there were Cossacks in the Middle East with the Australian light horse? Well, what a Cossack is a Cossack post. And a Cossack post is when the regiment is out on manoeuvres, perhaps looking to engage the enemy or retreat from the enemy. Then that body of men must be protected from a surprise attack. And so in the light horse you had a Cossack post. And what a Cossack post was one section of 4 men were sent out without their horses, some distance from the main body of men. All the rules of guard duty, standing to attention, carrying your weapon a certain way, calling out, who goes there, halt, commands for when an officer attended, commands for how you held your weapon, when it all went out the window. There was only one rule on a Cossack post, and that was see and do not be seen. So these guys secreted themselves somewhere in hollows, behind bushes, where even though it was night time, where there was no shadow from the moon or stars. And then 3 of those men went to sleep while 1 stayed awake on guard. First thing is, can you imagine how you must trust your mate to be out some distance from the main body of men? The enemy could be anywhere around, and you went to sleep trusting that your mate wouldn't nod off. The other thing is, remember, the enemy were, yes, they were Germans and Turks, but they were Bedouin, they were Arabs who knew the desert, who knew stalking, who were prepared to crawl through the desert slowly and quietly. No weapon, no firearm, simply prepared to slit your throat in the death of night. And so there were occasions when deathly silence, and suddenly there would be screaming and shouting and gunfire and gun flashes, and that is because a Bedouin had tried to sneak in to a Cossack post and been caught, found out, shot and killed. It's a record of the Australian light horse that no single Cossack post was ever obliterated. They were attacked in the night, there were injuries, but none were ever fully obliterated. The last story I'm going to leave you with about that Cossack post situation, if you call it that, is again from the Desert Column. It's Ian Idris, and on the 2nd of May 1917, him and his section were out all night protecting the regiment, doing what I've already described. But the thing is, in the morning, he returned back to camp, his duty done, and his job when he got back was to feed his horse. In his diary, he records that his horse stood beside him, nudging him with his nose bag, and Ian says his big brown eyes pleaded with me for more to eat, but I had none to give him. Those poor horses. Righto, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Cheers. Thank you.